Well, we've just come out of a press conference where Charlie Appleby has answered many questions from many members of the media. But we wanted to speak to him about something completely different, about the shoeing of the horse and about the travel of the horse. Because no hoof, no horse, no travel, no Dubai World Cup. Here is Charlie Appleby. Charlie, it is down this walkway that the most valuable thoroughbreds in the world march, and 99% of them, I'm sure, will be wearing shoes. We've had the privilege of coming out to your place in the desert, and Derek Popard has made it abundantly clear how important it is for horses to have as little interference with their feet. What is the philosophy of Charlie Appleby and the horse's hoof?
Well, first, as we all know, one of the old sayings is no foot, no horse. So we focus a lot on the condition of their feet, and as you quite rightly say, Derek Popard, who's now living the life in America, taught us a lot about it over the years in Dubai. As we know, we train a lot barefoot there, and then we obviously put the plates on there for racing. But the one thing is to allow that hoof to naturally develop sometimes the way it is, and in doing so is getting that stability there. And we've had a lot of success with it. So I can only say it works for us. I'm not saying that's what everyone's got to do, but it's certainly worked for us, and we've seen the benefits from it. We've had many a good horse that, unfortunately, his foot condition might not have been where we wanted it to be, but bringing them out here and training them barefoot has helped them significantly, so we've seen what it can do, and so we have the confidence in doing it.
Okay, the science of horses' hooves and the slide is obviously very different on grass to tapeta to dirt. When your horses are back home, how do they train? Do they train without plates on? You slap the plates on sort of three or 4 days before the race meeting?
Here in Dubai, we as we mentioned there, it's a lot easier. Conditions allow us to train barefoot. Back in Europe, it's a completely different scenario. We're having to walk a distance to the gallops and so on and so forth. So you're on a lot of more sort of rougher terrain, and also, like I say, just the conditions in the weather conditions. We've got a lot more moisture in the air, and a lot more moisture in the ground for sure. So it's they're not sort of ideal conditions for a foot to be a healthy foot sometimes. Of course, they need to be to have some moisture in them, but in an ideal world, the drier conditions, I feel, are better.
Do you ever do hot shoeing?
Yeah, the team back at home now will hot shoe. It's something that's, as we know, traditionally, technology nowadays, and everybody likes to try and simplify a lot of things, but at the end of the day, you still got to go back to the traditional methods in what you need to achieve.
Okay, Charlie, finally, food and horses' feet, two of the most important things we believe in the production of a great horse. But travel is something that you have done plenty of in your time, and it's not straightforward in South Africa. It's a very difficult permutation. We've seen how easy it is for you to get on a plane near Newmarket and fly all over the world, but there's an enormous amount of planning and preparation for those horses. Just run us by that.
Well, I think all of these things that we've spoken about, feet, food, travel, it's no different to you and I getting on the plane and travelling ourselves. At the end of the day, you want to travel comfortably, put a comfortable pair of shoes on, eat the right things, drink the right things when you're travelling, and so rehydrating when you're travelling is a very important thing. I feel that, I'm not saying a lot of people overlook it, but at the end of the day, as we all know, we'd love horses to be able to talk and say to us, we're a bit thirsty, can we have a glass of water on flight? They can't say that, so you've got to you've got to watch these horses during their that process of travelling and decide on whether we need to increase their electrolytes or be able to put extra fluids into them. So that's where I'm lucky. I have a great team that are very visual and watching this during the process, and will do what needs to be done.
Charlie Appleby, in a very short space of time, has risen right to the very top, alongside Said Bansuru, who was there before, and Mike de Kock. This year, do you see yourself adding exponentially to your tally, or where do you put this particular year on the scale of strength?
I think the carnival has been different for us this year. We've been strong at the right level, at the top level. But we brought the right horses over to do that. Numerically, we're about where we normally are. We always sort of hit around that 20 mark there for the carnival. So it's been another successful carnival for us for sure. But working back from a World Cup night, we've had a team there that we've selected for a little while now, and thankfully, like I say, to turn up on World Cup night with 6 runners and 6 competitive runners at the end of the day. As I was talking to a lot of people in there, it's travelling around the world. You don't want to be doing it for the fun. Of course, you want to enjoy it, but you want to make sure you go in there with a horse that can be competitive. And I feel that we have the right horses on Saturday to be competitive, and if we're lucky, we'll have a winner or two.
So you're taking a gun to a gunfight?
For sure. Never turn up without one.